from That Student Love Australia, and today I'm going to show you how to overcome and beat exam anxiety and stress. Let's go. So I think this is probably the most important video I've ever made, as exam anxiety and stress holds back a lot of students from doing the best they possibly can. I personally struggled with exam anxiety and stress from about year 10 to year 12, but through some tried and tested tips which I put in place, I feel that I overcame it, as during the trials and the HSC exams, which are the most stressful in year 12, I was fine and I made it through doing all good. So I'm going to share the tips which I figured out on my own with you so that you don't have to struggle anymore. Okay, so let's get to it. My first big tip for overcoming and managing your exam anxiety has got to do with what you actually do on the morning of an exam. Now, the first thing I want you guys to do is avoid people if you can. I say this because if you meet up with too many people who are doing the exam you're doing soon, a few negative things can often happen. Now, one of those is someone asks you a question that may not even be in the exam or something that you haven't studied. This can often cause you to spiral out of control into, kind of a state of nervousness and a state of anxiety and overanalyzing things. It's just not good for things like that to be able to throw you off your game that close to an exam. So if you can avoid it, I think it's a good idea. Also, if you see too many people before the exam, quite a lot of them are going to be cramming and really stressed. So if you can avoid that stressful environment where everyone's kind of second guessing themselves and talking about failing and how little they've done and all that sort of stuff, the opposite of confidence, it may rub off on you. And that's really not what you want half an hour before the exam. You want to stay confident, you want to stay backing your own ability and your own study, and you want to stay calm and clear. Those things you often won't find if you hang out with too many people before the exam. So really, turning up on your own or with another confident friend isn't actually a bad idea. Also, on the morning of an exam, you're going to want to chill out and relax. Go for breakfast, go for coffee, do something that isn't study-wise. I would often just do a quick 5 to 10 minute read over all my notes, but other than that, not much. A good student will often have done 99% of their study before they go to bed the night before the exam, because they know that anything you do in the hours leading up to an exam can often make you second guess yourself and become more nervous, more cluttered and clouded in your thoughts. And those are the things you don't want. You want to save your energy and you want to be calm for the exam. Because unless you've done no study at all, the study an hour or two up before the exam often doesn't have that much of a benefit at all. So try to avoid it and get your stuff done the night before, get a good sleep and chill out. Okay, so my second tip, and probably my most important one, is a tool that I found in about year 11 when I was struggling at my most with exam anxiety and stress. So my performance was starting to hinder because of how I was feeling on the morning of an exam or the night before an exam. And I found something that really helped, and that was meditation or mindfulness meditation. Now, how I found this was through a family friend who recommended I, just do some breathing exercises when I was feeling stressed to calm myself down and to feel confident again and remove any unnecessary anxiety. So what I did was I got on YouTube, I downloaded a bunch of free mindfulness meditation videos which are about 8 to 10 minutes long, put them on my phone and I just listened to them maybe the night before an exam or the morning of an exam. These exercises, which mindfulness meditation includes, they just calm you down, allow you to clear your thoughts and to gather everything you know in terms of knowledge and study and just perform at your total best. I highly recommend them. I can't say any more than just try it out. You won't regret it at all. So I'm going to link a few different types of mindfulness meditation or study-based meditation videos which you can download in the description below. Check it out, it's definitely worth it. Now I say this in particular because during the HSC, in Paper 2 English, I was driving to school about an hour before the exam. I was sitting at the lights, 100% stationary, and a lady behind me in a car kind of rolled up and hit my car from behind. I have a tow bar, so my car was 100% fine, nothing wrong with it. I said I will pull over to the side of the road, exchange details, blah blah blah. Nothing ended up happening from that. It was all good, my car was absolutely fine, no worries at all, I wasn't hurt. But in my head, it was the second exam of my last final HSC exams. I was freaking out a little bit, as to be expected. I'd just been in, a minor car accident. And I was my thoughts were kind of racing a little bit and I was thinking, oh God, is this going to, affect my performance, blah, blah, blah. All those sort of things which you think of when something goes wrong. So I gathered my thoughts, moved on, drove to school, and I thought, alright, what am I going to do to calm myself down? What am I going to do to make sure that I can still perform to the best of my ability? Because I'd studied a lot for this exam, this English exam, which was 3 essays in 2 hours. So, what I did was, sat down up against the wall near the exam room, put my headphones in and listened to this 10-minute meditation thing. It helped me calm down, and I actually did well in that exam, and I did well in English overall. So it definitely worked for me in a time of huge stress, and I think it can work for you in your exam preparation. So check meditation out. I like it. Alright, so my third tip and my fourth tip will include things which you can do inside your actual exam to improve your performance and remove any anxiety. Now, the first of which is to figure out exactly when you walk in the exam what time the exam ends. Write that on the very front of your writing booklet or exam paper. If your exam is split into 3 sections, say with English with 3 essays and 40 minutes per essay, write the times of which those 40-minute sections will be up. So that as you go through the paper, you'll know whether you're early, on time, or late for any sections. This will give you a gauge as you go throughout the exam and just kind of help you from getting 15 minutes from the end of the exam with half the paper left to go because you weren't actually keeping an eye on the time. Okay, so you're in the exam and you're feeling a bit stressed. Maybe you're just, in a sort of a panic state, your thoughts are becoming a little bit clouded, and yeah, you need to get calm again, you need to get clear again so you can do your best. What you want to do at that point, when you're really feeling it, is to take 30, 60, 90 seconds even, to just sit down, close your paper, and just breathe slowly and deeply. Look around the room, noticing the colours of the walls, or what the room's made of, or some random bird noises outside. Just focus on anything other than the stress of the exam or the questions that you're doing. Just relax, breathe, tell yourself that you're going to be okay, that everything's going to be fine, that you know this and you can do it. Just look around, distract yourself for 60 to 90 seconds or whatever feels nice, and then say, alright, I'm calm now, I'm going to do it again, let's go, and then move back into the exam. Usually this will help you just to get rid of that sense of clutter in your mind which can often build up during a long exam. So 60 seconds of breathing calmly, looking around the room and distracting yourself is definitely worth it. Just take a little break, breathe, and look around at something else. Come back and do your best. It usually worked for me. Well guys, each and every one of those tips really helped me to do my best in the HSC and all the exams I've had in the last little while. I definitely recommend implementing those into your study schedule because I think it can really help you turn things around for yourself or keep doing even better. See you later guys. That's all from me, and please like, comment and subscribe for more from That Student Life Australia. Good luck with all your exams.